What is up, everybody? It's your boy Yimbo. Welcome back to my channel. It is Yimbo Reviews Everything. And this is my show that I do every Sunday night. It's Yimbo Buys Everything. A little somber today. I wanted to just start out with a little moment of silence and just, again, a shout out and appreciation to my friend and many of yours, Tuscan Traders, our friend Ryan, who passed this week. So this was a tribute shot I did for him. And like I said, I just wanted to dedicate this show, tonight's show, in his honor, in his memory. So hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry for having to take the last couple of weeks off, but I will tell you that even in light of everything, I am joining you tonight full of appreciation and gratitude for, just being happy, man. I'm excited. So I missed you guys. I missed all of you. Here's my boy, Eric, King of Turnover on YouTube, Autumn Night over on Instagram. Hey, what's going on, man? Green Geek, thanks, buddy. It's been a hard week, as we know, in our little circle of the toy community. But we have, again, found a lot of ways to turn a negative into a positive. So, Green, love you, buddy. Missy Owl's in the house. What's going on, Simon? Good to see you, bud. Hey, there's my man, Paul. Dude, I've been meaning to text you. I will. So, Paul, hope you're doing well, man. And just like the man said, if you guys can hit that like button, as always, thank you so much. Because, Paul, I've been doing this now for well over a year, and I still forget to tell people. Made a Misty Owl YouTube just for this. That's awesome. Rusty's in the house. Skullified. Hey, my brother-in-law Mike's here in the house. Yeah, buddy. Catalyst Hobbies. Oh, my man. Good to see him, dude. So hello, everybody. Oh, and Dan's in the house. So this is it's the Captain 1134 over on Instagram. What's going on, Dan? How you doing? Oh, congratulations to Dan, by the way. Our boy just crossed 1,000 followers. It takes so long. like Dan, I hope you are ecstatic. It's one of those things, man. It's like these personal little milestones, like hitting 1,000, dude. It's great, and I hope now you'll start seeing, like, I'm seriously, like, the algorithm starts rewarding you a little bit more. There's more of that social currency, like when you get 1,000, like I said, like people aren't like, there's none of that weirdness of the following social nonsense. Anyway, I'm so pumped, Dan. This is so awesome, man. Ultron Unplugged in the house. Hello. Here we go. Oh, what do you say, Misty? Let's see. This feels like Instagram multiverse, all the YouTube versions. It's so true. Do you know how hard it is to remember? It's like one thing if it's like, all right, let me go back in time real quick. It's like instant messenger. It's like when I was in college in the early 2000s, like we had to know everybody's aim, right? And then it's kind of like that all over again. Because like MySpace, Facebook, all this stuff got away from me. Yeah. Anyway, it cracks me up. But yes, now with YouTube, a lot of handles. If you can match them up, that helps me out. Yeah, congrats, Dan. That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, there we go. And Mike, congratulations. That's fantastic. Yes, my man Dave is here. All right, Midnight Stars is getting huge props, shout outs tonight. That's when we're getting into our toy photography, like tips and tricks section, because he has helped me tremendously. I shared with him a little bit, so I haven't even got to like exchange with him yet. So I'm glad you're here, so you can chat along, Dave. And there we go, Dan. Yeah, I'm so pumped, man. So that's awesome. The deep breath is, like I said, I have a lot of stuff to talk about. I said it over on Instagram. I always do a little preview before I hop on here. And, like in the spirit of just like enjoying the stuff that I own. And again, just having fun with what I have, killing FOMO, just enjoying these toys that are all around me. I unboxed a lot of stuff this week. And part of it was like, it made me feel better. It did. And these are pieces that I wanted. And that was kind of the other whole piece to this. Like, I do buy toys because I want to have them and enjoy them. And sitting in a tub or in my closet, like, it's a bummer. So I got some stuff out. I unboxed some stuff with my kids. It's just so cool. It was fun. So here we go, everybody. Today's focus is primarily going to be McFarlane and Marvel Legends. Those are going to be our two big combative companies going on. Like, it's competitive. I mean, I'm just psyched. I'm psyched because there's so many positives that we can talk about, and there are going to be negative things that I'm going to address too. But again, flipping it and looking at this as like we just want these things to be better. Like that's it. So what are you guys thinking? Where are we jumping in? Frank, here we go, man. So happy. Yeah, dude, I'm so happy I'm doing it, man. I tell you, I love this. I missed getting to talk to you guys last couple of weeks. It's more of like not the hangout. It's like, I mean, I was just, I had plans. We had family stuff going on. So, it happens. My man, Dave. So what do you guys think? Do you want to cover Legends first? Do you want to do Legends, Hasbro stuff, or do you want to go into McFarlane? That's really where we're going. My man Danny, what's going on, dude? So whoever, I don't care. First one in, just tell me. First one in. What do you want to hear? Because it's going to be Hasbro and it's going to be McFarlane toys. That's like how we're gonna pitch this. So I'm just waiting. Let's see. First one. That's what I'm going. I'm gonna grab because I have a Hasbro one right here, and then I have the McFarlane. All right. Here we go. So thank you, Dan. All right, McFarlane. Now here we go. Sorry, I just toy addict. I knew you were going McFarlane. All right, here we go. So, King Eternal neck. I know you want the NECA stuff, man. I do have that Terminator I haven't opened, so we'll see. We'll see about unboxing tonight. And there we go. Show us Batman. How do you know about that Batman? All right. So McFarlane's up first. So this is good. So the positives, plenty of them. Okay, number one. I said this is what I was referring to back on Instagram. So on Instagram, just before I hopped on, I said, I think this is my year of shooting DC. I've been doing toy photography now for, better over 2 years, right? Over 2 years now. So it's time. I miss DC. I miss DC characters. The DC movies we know they're not what we want in terms of we want to universally love them. Like when we all think of the Iron Man movie, I think we all want to feel that way about a Superman or a Batman movie, Flash, we want to feel that way. So we haven't. And DC, video game wise, we haven't had a good Arkham game. I mean, we haven't had a good Batman game or Superman. I mean, come on, what, N64? So it's been a long time, and I need these characters. I love DC characters. So I think as a little way of me getting back into it and really starting to, rekindle my love and connection with these characters, I'm just going to start shooting them first because, again, the movies are failing us. There's so much uncertainty with the Flash and, we know the Batgirl, all this stuff, whatever. Their whole movie universe is a disaster. The CW stuff has been fine. I just again, finding time to watch it all. So toys, baby. When I tell you that they have been better, and Misty Owl has been a huge proponent of this, to shout out Simon. I'm going to talk about this one first because this was when Misty really started telling me, dude, these McFarlanes are getting really good. You're getting excellent torso. You don't need the modifications. And he was the guy that showed me how to do the McFarlane torso mod. And he's not wrong. So this Martian Manhunter, I bought this one. Simon made a good point. He goes, how many Martian Manhunter figures are we going to buy or have made? And I was like, yeah, that's right. So of course I grabbed this one, and then they released the classic version. But I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at that. It happens. I like this a lot. I don't need the classic. I mean, I like Martian Manhunter as a character, but as a Justice League member, I loved his stuff in the animated series, in the Justice League show. So, but he's not one of my top tier. I don't need more than one. I have a Martian Manhunter now. That makes me happy. It's a cool design, and he does, without having to mod, you got really nice torso twisting out of him. So I opened him last night, and it just solidified this view that I've been having, which is that Todd has been listening. He's been his people, they've been looking at the comments. They've been really addressing the main concerns in my eyes. The ankles are universally pretty terrible, but they've been getting better. These ankles are not the silly ball ones. Now the Hal Jordan, I opened up the Hal Jordan and Batman, Green Lantern, Evil Guy 2-pack. They still have the big ball ankles. They're still a little tougher to stand up. Hal's torso, the rotations on that are pretty good too, because he has that soft rubber torso. But Yeah, like they've been making a lot of progress. So there is a difference though between Martian Manhunter and those figures. That's what I'm just trying to tell you. So Martian Manhunter is a win. If you want to get the classic version, if you needed a Martian Manhunter, he's good and he's still tall. He's still the 7 inches or whatever McFarlane makes, but he's not for a jack dude. He like I don't know if it's like he is bigger. You could see, right? Yeah. Like he is bigger, but it just feels more doable. Maybe it's my perception. I really think it's also just like I'm looking at these toys in a different way. And I think it's because now I really think my DC love is I'm seeing them different. I'm seeing them differently. I'm enjoying them a lot more. I'm enjoying a lot more. They still have issues. Like we need a thigh cut here. We absolutely need a thigh cut at the top. Like that's a big one. But the ankles, the fact that he's fixing the ankles. All right, so Martian Manhunter. Really cool. Really cool. Now, I'm about to show you two of my favorite McFarlanes. Previously, figures that have held that title. The Snyder Cut Cyborg. That's an excellent McFarlane toy. Excellent. Probably one of the best, smoothest, dynamic posing figures you can get, honestly. So I love that Cyborg. I've talked about I love Arkham Knight. I love that figure. And here we go. Without any torso modifications, this Deathstroke, the Rebirth, is so stinking good. I wish he came with guns. I didn't buy the McFarlane gun pack. Basically, whenever I have so many between Fortnite and Mezco and Legends that I just couldn't justify getting them, even though scaling is going to be weird. So what I've been doing is whenever I go to shoot a Deathstroke, I just take Thomas Wayne's guns because those are like beautifully painted with a nice shiny gunmetal. Like the great detail, the wash, and they fit McFarlane's. So I just, I steal his guns and give them to Deathstroke whenever he needs them. But this Deathstroke came with the sword and the knife. The knife can get slotted over here, which is very nice. And the biggest thing for me, everybody, is the smoothness and the ridiculous torso rotational twist. Oh, yeah. Like, and it's smooth. It's not like ratchety. Like, it's smooth, guys. They've been getting fun. I'm having fun. Like, I'm actually having fun posing these and messing around with them. And like I said, I don't know if it's like they also have, he feels a little, like just a smidge shrunken down from what other past McFarlanes I've had. It just feels like it. It feels like even though there's the height to it, that it's not quite as big. Like I will have a better time being able to mash up universes if I want to. But the good thing is, like, I don't care. I'm just shooting McFarlane's in DC right now. So Deathstroke is sick. All right. I apologize for the chat. Oh, I started getting sucked in. Oh, I love these toys. I love these toys. All right. So here we go. Let me back up real quick. So let's see. Here we go. NECA has the new RoboCop. I know. I actually sold a NECA RoboCop from one from early 2000s. Yeah, like the 05 to 10 range. I had one. And then I don't know. I'm also looking at that. I think it's the Hyatt toys. But then honestly, I've just been going to RoboCop. Sorry, Eric. Sorry, chat. Just getting distracted. I don't know. I'm torn up at RoboCop. But if I was gonna go one, I think I would want to go the 112 Hyatt toys. I think Cox Create ordered one of those. Scullified animated DC movies. They are decent, dude. I just recently, I think it was was it Batman versus Robin with Damian? It was the Court of Owls. It was from a few years ago, but I just watched that again because I just got this talent in the mail. And this is another amazing McFarlane figure. He has the same Deathstroke torso, no modding necessary crunch. Dude, the DC movies, the animated movies are the best. I love this. So my one nitpick on this figure is that it just has the one peg. I know it's not the easiest to say, but there's a little peg there that plugs in. It just, when you're posing him, it will come out on you. You know, it doesn't like, it's got a little bit of movement. So maybe some kiki in the hole and that'll let it fill it in a little bit. But that's my only knock. I guess, all right, my second minor gripe is that he has these really wicked cool big blades. Now, they could have used a little bit more of a realistic paint, but they still have a nice metallic paint to them. But he has two of these big blades, and there's really no place to put them. It's kind of silly. He has on his side here, this is a knife slot, and it has an opening, but it doesn't fit the knife. So that's my only knock, because as you know with G.I. Joes, I love when accessories all fit on a figure. So that's the one thing. The sword's really cool, though. So the swords can fit in there. He technically can. He can hold both knives and have the swords in the back. I did that for a first shot. So technically he can have all the accessories on him. I didn't realize that this was a Talon and not the Talon. But the only other one I had was from DC Direct. Our friend Toyfather had sent that to me. I bought that from him a while back. So I have two. I really can't tell the difference. I mean, I know that Talon over like a Talon, minor stuff. I mean, like, again, I don't care because this is a sick figure. So this is a Talon. This is Talon or it's a Talon. It doesn't bother me. I'm just super stoked to kind of. I've been shooting Batman in Peril. It makes me happy. I don't know why, but I've been putting Batman already. Just a couple days. It's not nothing. Already a couple shots in, and all I want to do is have all of my Batman toys beat up. I don't know. I love Batman. I don't know why, but that's kind of like where I am right now. All right, Simon, this was huge, right? The No More Side Eye. I mean, not to rehash like months of like us, living in this toy community, but yeah, after that interview with Shartimus, and he talked about, like that was a positive piece to that conversation, where he acknowledged like that was a misstep and they corrected it like immediately. Speeding Bullet Batman ankles are much improved. That's good to hear, because that means they're probably more like Talon, Deathstroke, Martian Manhunter. Like these are tucked away. They're in there. They're just, the feet are bigger. I think that's another thing too. They're like thicker feet. So he's making them easier to stand. He's playing around and addressing. That makes me happy. That's all we can say, right? And then here we go. Lack of thigh swivel. Yep. It really is. And I've been noticing that more in playing around with these guys, because these are dynamic characters, dynamic figures to pose, or you would want them, right? So here, I'm going to try to twist around, if you guys don't mind. Show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So here, I just to get a running pose, this is what Eric's talking about. Because without that thigh cut, he will always forever run kind of to the side. I'm not saying the photographs I can take, like I can get this to look sick in a photograph. So I'm not trying to, again, complain too much, but that's why. If I had that, I can now turn him a little bit, because like there's no twist there, and you can't get that straight on run. Not to look exactly the way I would want. Like even this, maybe. So that's it. That's like that's why it's so important. And the fact that he added it to the Dark Knight Batman, but then, and who else? The one with the jacket, the climbing Batman. So like two of them, but why two and then not the rest? This is something I said recently, and it's just kind of silly, but these toy companies could give us the perfect action figure, and they don't. And the reason that I can stay positive, but then still want to stick it to them a little bit, is the fact that we don't have a perfect action figure from McFarlane, and we don't have one from Hasbro, because there's somebody on a board that wants to make a little bit more money. Like that's why, rather than, because like that's the whole thing. It's kind of silly to get mad at like the Legends team or the Joe's team, like the people, the faces on Instagram, because don't you think they want to give us all of that? Like they do. So that's like the bummer. And I think Todd specifically gets a ton of hate. And we should be celebrating him. And what I've really been thinking about, again, like just the nature of our niche and the community and like the titans of the industry, like McFarlane's still not quite a titan yet. He won the sales thing last year, but like in terms of Hasbro and Mattel, like he's still not up there yet. And for him to listen to us and to, actively be making improvements, and he's dealing with characters that I love. I mean, like, I want him to do better. And so far, I feel like he's been doing better, especially when I compare these figures to ones I'm going to show you that came out in the last 6 months, 12 months, 24 months. These are so much better. So that's an interesting thing, because to me, what we're getting from Hasbro is less quality, less stuff for way more money. Ultimately, not blaming the personalities. This is a board corporate, people at top wanting to get their piece before we get what we want. So I'm just being realistic about it. This is like not, going to be one of those shows where, I can laugh away the negativity. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. So that's why I do think, because I do know, and I'm talking to, you guys in the chat, because we've all had a combative relationship with McFarlane Toys. Some of us more than others. Like, some of you guys have been on board from day one, and that's awesome. Same thing with like NECA. This is similar complaint, and like now NECA is like one of my favorite companies to work with. So yeah, I guess part of it is perception, but part of it is like, who's really trying to give us what we want under whatever their restrictions are, because everybody has someone else putting, a restriction on, that goes up. Everybody, no one's their own boss. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. That was a lot of talking for a thigh cut, but I hope that's okay. All right. 88 Figs in the house. What's going on, man? You have been on an absolute tear with your pictures, by the way. Today, if you please go check out 88 Figs, he posted Pulp Spider-Verse Fiction, and it's Ned and Pete, and you have to go check those out. The creativity. Misty, I need to get this one, but I'm putting off. These are, I mean, like, me, I would tell you flat out, like, if I wasted my money. These are really good. The fact that you like these are must buy for DC McFarlane fans. All right, Deathstroke, yeah, and Talon are on the list. That's right. Let's see, Realm. I feel like McFarlane's been trying to get better. That's what I'm saying, man. And the prices haven't been going up. And that's been another big piece. Like, he said it. He, again, was the face. Oh, that's where I was going with this. Todd is the face. It's a private company. He doesn't have to adhere. Now, I'm sure he has investors and stockholders and stakeholders that, like, he has to make happy, but he's been keeping the price point at the 20. I guess what was the one technical hike? Didn't the Build-A-Figure pieces used to be in $19.99, right? So maybe it was like now they're the $25 figure. But that's still for, the improvements and what we get for $25. It's great. It's great. And that's just something to keep in mind. That, again, Todd said it. He put himself out there, while also putting him, putting his foot in his mouth at the same time. But that's what you get. But then also that puts a target on him. And I think that McFarlane Toys gets that, because we have Todd's face to make fun of. Benny can make him super kick, get super kicked by HBK. That will be coming out if he hasn't posted it yet. Hilarious. Hasbro, it's just a logo. We don't know the faces of the board. I think that's a big thing too. That Hasbro gets a break sometimes from us, because it's a faceless entity. But Todd is Todd. So, I don't know. All I'm doing is talking. I'm just giving us stuff to consider, to ponder. So, just running my mouth. All right, Misty, let's see. Just go the Mafex RoboCop. That's his first Mafex. That's right. I do remember seeing it real. I know, it's tempting, dude. It is super tempting. I think I have to watch RoboCop again, and then we'll see if that pushes me over the edge. So Captain 1134, he's going to be hitting up Amazon soon. They're really great, and they're $19. It makes it's so nice to, like, it makes me feel not as guilty to buy McFarlane these days. I'm not gonna lie. like I pre-ordered Gore for 30, and it's such a cool figure though. I'm gonna get Gore. I'm gonna get that Gore. I need to read the comic. It makes me want to read the comic. So that's why I want Gore, and he looks awesome. All right, same. That's funny. All right, let's see. About to crack my McFarlane Year 2 Batman box open. So that's perfect. You know what? Let's segue. So I purchased, to recap for you guys, for anybody joining. By the way, welcome. If you're a new guest to the stream, hello. I really appreciate you guys stopping in. Again, I'm sorry. Some of my wife points out that it sounds like like a secret club. We've just been doing this consistently, pat on my back, right, for like well over a year. So it is like a club, but there's new members. We always want new members. I can always make new friends. So by all means, please let me know if you are new to the chat tonight. Everybody in here is fantastic. So again, thank you guys. So going back in time, I pre-ordered the Year 2 Batman. I had it canceled on me. I was so angry now, so silly looking back, but I was so mad. Then there was that second batch. And I got in on the second batch. And if you've been a long time, hanger outer viewer, chatter in the stream, then you remember the show when Midnight Stars and Toy Father were on, and Chris unboxed it, and it broke instantly. And it was the arm. And guys, I was on a tear. Like I'm ripping toys open. I was open, all these McFarlanes, and I remembered the Batman, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. Here was my thought. Okay, you know me, I try to get this stuff to collect. I do play the eBay game, not to the scalping like new stuff, but I'm putting my old stuff out or what stuff that just not instantaneous flipping. I try to I like to hang on to things and decide, wait and see if it's like a forever piece. So this was one of those, and last night I decided it is a forever piece because I wanted it, and the reason I was so mad the first time was for that Dio and this cape, and I just said, you know what, I would feel terrible selling it on eBay, going through the hassle of shipping that huge box for then it to break on a person, then it's going to be a hassle. I might lose my money and the figure. I cracked him open. Well, his arm broke. Spoiler alert. It fell off like butter, just like Chris's. I was gentle. I was pushing in from the right shoulder, and it was a QC issue. And yeah, I probably should have dealt with it and had McFarlane replace it. But instead, and now this is where I'm going to share. Hold on a second. I wanted to go over to Instagram and show you guys what helped me out. And I do recommend giving both of these guys a follow. So let me just go over to the Toy Fathers page. I'm going to cue this up in a second. I'll share this over with you guys. So here, let me pop this in. That is not Toy Father. What is Toy Friends? Isn't that so funny? I click up here. Toy Father. Where are you, Chris? Okay. So on his reels, Chris did an amazing job. Here it is. So I wanted to play it for you guys. I don't have, here we go. I didn't put the music on. So here we go. So I'm going to play it and just kind of walk you through it. So again, this happened on my stream. It literally, that peg is just bad. That is a bad peg. It's bad plastic. It was brittle. The entire shipping container of these figures was disgusting. So fortunately, I had a hand drill that Chris reminded me. Like he's like, oh yeah, I didn't even drill anything. I just used my hand one. So I had it, which I bought 2 years ago when I first got into this community, and it worked out. So the wire hanger, and he said this was all from Midnight Stars. I had to snap off a little piece of the wire hanger, and it was literally just that. It was using the hand drill, drilling in both sides. I used my plastic lock glue from Amazon on both ends. This won't go. Now, so thank you, Chris. I'm going to stop sharing this for a second now. Bloop. This, I like, even that's on there. Now, why am I trying to break the thing I just fixed? I did make one little mistake. And Dave, if you're still in the chat, maybe you can help me out. So this thing is his thing is his fix. Perfect. Look, I get bicep swivel. You just saw me really like that Plastalock is amazing super glue for action figures. It's for plastic. So I recommend that even over Gorilla Glue. So that is in there. It's got the thing. I can't open that up anymore. So I don't know if I drilled. There we go. Oops. I don't know if I drilled too deep. And then when I added the glue, it like just kind of dripped down into it. And now that part is locked. But that's my one thing that I'm annoyed about. But that's my fault. I did that. But other than that, it's fixed. And I'm so happy I have this figure. The good news is, even though I can't fully straighten it out, I can on this arm, obviously. So I don't really lose a ton. I mean, yes, I do lose some, but not where it's going to be like killing me for, display or for pictures. Here's the cool thing though. Like, at least I kept the double elbow, like it didn't affect the double elbow. So it was bent out. So now this part, I still get this movement. So anyway, sorry, I'm just, talking myself into like, it's okay, Yimbo. It was not the easiest thing to do. I had to heat and pop and I had to take this off. I had to take the torso out. The belt ended up separating from here, which was fine. I just ended up specifically because then I re-glued it. There's like tabs, so it was okay to kind of separate. So I separated those. And I did it. And I heated up all the other stuff now. Now, this, I'm excited, but it's back to like the other McFarlane. So like it's not as fun to play with. I even did the torso mod. Well, yeah, I was like, why not, right? I had him out. This is why I'm wearing a compression sleeve on my hand, by the way. I'm telling you, I've been made this joke on Instagram. We talked about this on Toy Daddies. The carpal tunnel of the phone usage is starting to now creep down my I have to go to like an orthopedist or something. This is ridiculous. What are we doing to ourselves as people with these devices? Anyway, I did the crunch, but you still don't get a ton. Look, now it pops. That's because I dug out too much. I added some Kiki in there, so it's fine. Like, there we go. I can't separate him. It's when I go to like really crunch down that this will pop out. But I did a better job on the bottom part of the crunch. But my point is, it doesn't matter. I mean, like, I get good crunch. I'm going to be able to get some cool shots with them. And this is a cool looking figure. I love the blue and gray. I love the classic logo, even though, the paint could have been a little bit cleaner on it. He has the fabric cape. It's not wired, but it's fabric. And he's going to get beat up. I have all these Batman bad guys now, right? These mega figs. Like, this is the Batman who's going to get trashed because this way it'll stay McFarlane. But now I can do stuff with this, just even from like a battle standpoint, as opposed to, like what they have. All right. So the cool thing, I got to be honest, like this as a statue is really sick. It sits on this dio. I know you guys have seen these before. This now can sit in front of Yimbonia. I've basically created like a cemetery that leads up to Castle Grayskull. It's tiny. I'm not trying to like sell this like this massive thing, but in my head, in my imagination, this epic cemetery leading up to Grayskull. But I love that. I did take shots with him today. I didn't go nuts with like lighting. I just wanted to get some cool angles. And I used this. So as a shelf piece, it's really neat. Like I'm kind of bummed that that this had the arm issue, because a $50 action figure / statue, that's That's a really cool concept because it plays into Todd's strengths as a sculpt guy, but then we would get, moving forward, these better figures. I hope he brings them back. I really do think this was like a cool gimmick. And again, 2-packs, come with those diorama bases. Like, give us more stuff. I think they realize that there's way more like people our age doing this and buying these toys. So I don't know. It's really neat. I'm very happy. Do you guys have any questions? Let me check the chat again. Sorry, let me scroll down. I keep losing track. Sunty's in the house. No chewing. I broke and fixed my Batman. I know I don't know how long you've been here. I'm sorry. Just catch on the chat now. Gaming with Fox, 17 people here. Oh, my man. That's awesome. Yes, again, if you can please hit that like button, just like Paul said. And again, I'm going to tell you, Gaming with Fox, if you want this style of, positive outlook on life, he does it in the streaming video games. So go hit him up because he's the man. Yes, thank you, No Chewing. Ooh, the chat's going crazy. Here we go. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, everybody. Absolutely. Let me just I'm gonna stop sharing that thing. All right. King Eternal. Here we go. So I can see Todd trying, and that's awesome to see. I'm also just so accustomed to extra hands and alt heads. Right. I wouldn't mind him upcharging $5 to add more accessories. You're not alone. I think this is a very, very common. I would be also happy to pay for like a Deathstroke instead of $19.99, pay $25 and now have, I'm going to just throw out guns, but an extra maybe battle damage head or again, just anything else. The sword on this, by the way, has a nice little back peg that just kind of slides in there. It's nice. It's nice. He actually has both his weapons on his body. Sorry, little side thing. But yeah, for sure, because there's no reason. That's like the one thing that kills me is I think it was the Batman figure. I got one for my cousin, the unmasked version, then I bought the masked version, and that's the only reason. Otherwise, I'm not buying 2 figures just to get a different head. I'm just not. The made up weapons, yeah, I know. It's like it's the attention to detail. All of these companies could give us the perfect figure. They could. Or what would be in terms of checking the main boxes for what we as collectors want in terms of what they can give us. Just going to keep saying that. And Misty, make sure to mod that. Oh, yeah, dude, I already covered it. I did it. No random up. Yes, multiple head swap. Santi said, no chewing. I think they could improve significantly if they simply fix their articulation, open up the butterfly joints, and design a ridge for the ab crunch. Yeah. I mean, yeah. At this point, I mean, we know what we're talking about. Like, and I know that I mean, I don't know personally, but I am seeing and trusting that they are talking to people that are like-minded. Midnight Stars, yay for self-repairs at home. Yeah, buddy. Well, thank you again, because that reel from Chris was all based off of reaching out to Midnight Stars, and those are all Dave's tips. So again, thank you, Dave, for teaching the ways, and then, me getting to learn through Chris's reel. See, this is how this all works. It's very cool. It is better than the factory. I'm not kidding. That right arm, the right arm was fine. How weird is that this peg, port, whatever, totally fine. That one, all left arms, just brittle. But yeah, I'm like, I didn't even bat an eye, because once Chris had told me that he was so successful with doing his, that was another reason. I was like, if it crumbles, I can fix it. I didn't even get mad at it. I honestly did not I was like, ooh, a challenge, something fun to do today. And I did, and I had a blast. Oh, so all right. I probably went too deep. Drilled into the elbow. Okay. And yes, of course, the Kiki reference, naturally. I think I can live with this, Dave, but in case, because it's really more of like an OCD thing, right? Like, this is just, I know I messed this up. So it's just going to be, if I want to try to get back in there, I'd probably have to boil the arm in water. And this is something it could be a private conversation. But anyway, because it's the glue. Like, I was using a hairdryer and after the gluing, and it would not budge. So I'm going to have to, I'll have to hitch up. George is in the house. Agent Variant, what's going on, man? Congratulations to our friend George, by the way. As you guys know, he's been on the show many times. He was 10th place this week on the Friday Toy Pick Community. You know, like their 1 through 20, their Friday features. So congratulations to George. He had this awesome Wolverine shot. Santi's on him. The background update. So again, George's been making those awesome silhouette backgrounds. So let's see. He's working with a printer now to get some solid prints. Very good. All right. So keep an eye up. I already told George he's going to let me know so I can help him get that word out when it's ready. All right. Boil it up. It will okay. So it will soften the glue and then it will shorten the rod. And then I have to shorten the rod and then sit back and clear in the elbow. Okay. I could do that. All right. Just maybe not today. Like my hands, my poor hands, my poor hands. But is it just me? I know Chris finally confessed to me that he's been like just noticing the discomfort, you know, of being an Instagram person. Anybody else feeling this? Because got to do something, right? All right. I'm gonna continue McFarlane's, guys. I'm gonna keep going McFarlane. Well, I was going to. They're all in my dio right now because I'm a knucklehead. That's okay. All right, so I have the Parallax, the Hal Jordan Parallax. I was able to find him, fortunately. The Captain 1134 found him. He showed me some pictures. I was like, he looks good. I saw him. There was only 2 in my Walmart, so I grabbed one. I'm still looking for the Azrael Batman because that figure looks awesome too. Hal Parallax it's great. It's great. I really like, you know, I'm still a fan of the wired fabric capes, like as my top. But these, like this, has been feeling better. I like a lot of the feel of his rubber capes lately. The Parallax has a very nice, like soft rubber cape. Sick torso, and then the accessories. Let's see. I have behind laptop. No, that's a screwdriver. Anyway, he comes with like 2 glowing fist effects, and then the lantern, and then his hands are like translucent. I should have been showing him, but he's great. He's great. So it's another McFarlane win. That was actually all the McFarlanes I was going to talk about. That and then my little Green Lanterns, but those are still there. So yeah, we're going to move on. So I'm super excited. Year 2 Batman, Martian Manhunter, Talon, Deathstroke, Parallax is sick. I'm assuming Azrael Batman is awesome too. So just looking for him. And now Legend time. All right, here we go. Next thing for the chat. Whoever chimes in first, that'll be next. Toy photography target tips or Marvel Legends. Just say props or legends. Do you want to do props or legends? Like photo props or legends? Let's do that. Because like I said, I'm having fun. This is a good time. Happy everybody's here. Happy everybody's feeling good, feeling happy. Come on, there we go. Props. All right, my man. Here we go. So Agent Variant in the house. So nothing super crazy. Some of these you may have seen. Oh, that's funny. Props. You could tell that we are all toy photographers. My dudes. Okay. So I know these are starting to make the rounds. I've seen some pictures of it. I bought some of the stuff. So number 1, there's At Home, the website At Home. They actually opened one near us, and that was really cool because I'm going to share. I'm actually want to share this with you guys because then might as well share screen. So At Home, yeah, there's one 3 minutes from me. So I was super pumped. So when these started making the rounds, they also ship Halloween. So if you look up Halloween decor, At Home has a ton of stuff right now. The decor. Sorry for my internet is going a little nuts. There we go. It was the decor collections. I mean, like basically play around in here, everybody, because they are. Here we go. I'm in the corner. So here's one. This is what I'm trying to show you guys. Colton, my boy, Coolton's Cooking Comics, but our boy Colton has been killing it with these. He bought, I think, the shorter ones. Now, this I want to actually go back and get, this is the big one. These are 12, maybe 12 inches tall, or 10, maybe 10. But I got the big ones, and then they also have smaller gargos. So I got to get 2 of those. They are amazing, and I'm sorry, I'm not. Here we go. Come on, Decor Collections. I just want to be able to show you a couple of these things, so you know I have some in hand now, and they will work. Here we go. Okay, my goodness. I apologize for this internet, man. Whew. My computer's working hard. And this is why I need a new laptop. Come on. Here we go. Okay. That's not it. They do make, just so you guys know, they make 6-inch skeletons that are $1. They are 99 cents. They have 0 articulation, but I bought 2 of them so I can put them into my spooky cemetery. So I recommend them. Again, just as props. Let me just look for gargoyle real quick, just so I can show you guys, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. There they are. They're great. This is what I'm trying to say. These are fantastic. It's 11. Oh no, where is mine? Okay, 10.6. I bought 2 of those. 10.6. That's a 15-inch. That's a monstrosity, man. That's super tempting now, but not for $30. Same thing with this one. Oh, 50. I mean, you know what? God bless it. If you get it, it's gonna be sick. I mean, like, that's massive. This is I saw Colton shooting with these guys. So these are, I want to get 2 of these. These are the 6-inch ones. I think I will. But yeah, so guys, check the at-home store. That's my whole point, is please check that website out, because like, this is really, really cool. It's just weathered. The look of it is awesome. Like, I was careful in the car. Like, I don't know what it's, I feel like it would chip away, like, all of this weathering and awesome look. Like, I don't know what's made out of. And so I was very careful not to try to scratch it or anything, but look at that. It's amazing. So I have 2 of those. I would recommend those. I think June got some, our buddy Thor. But yeah, these are great. And then Target, I did a family Target run today. And I know they have like these, the first thing I saw with this like coffin, but it's really like a decor shelf thing, and it would fit, but then it's not. I don't know. You may have seen stuff on there, but Target has these coffins. I passed on those, but then I got for $5, and I think I saw somebody get these, but this is going to be really cool. Even just as, I mean, my wife already told me she wants to use it as like actual Halloween decor. And I'm like, yes, we should be like, if I'm spending $5, I should be able to use this 11 months out of the year, and at least her for one. But anyway, yeah, right. I thought that was pretty cool. It's like, if I put Spirit on here, like, obviously he's shorter, he's out of scale, but this is, again, more of like background. Bleh. So I'm stoked about that. And same idea. This was also $5. But there you guys are. Hey, look, there's us. That's what I'm looking at. But yeah, there it is. It's a mirror with spider web painted onto it. Again, just anything, background of shots. It's kind of fun. I've been getting more inspired into just getting weird with my backgrounds. I think because I know this basement of like just being mine is coming to an end, and I've been talking about it for so long. But you know, my kids are now like they turned 3. They've been 3 now for months, and this will have to be a space. And I do have to shoot differently one day in the near future, in the next year or 2. So I'm going to have to get weird with like coming up with different backgrounds. I might not have my massive diorama table. I'm going to try to keep the diorama table. I need to keep the diorama table. I'll always have that. But that means that all my other little diorama spots that I have, like my ubiquitous, all these things that I have just set up, and I know I'm lucky for that now, those are going to have to go away. And like, they're going to have to come out for certain stuff. So yeah, anyway, my point is, when you're shooting with, like what I noticed, again, shooting with both my phone and my camera, when I use my camera and I can get the field of like the f-stop, and I can crank it down to like 5.6 or lower, and you really crank up that bokeh, that's what it's just neat to have stuff in the background. But it doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm just trying to find cool stuff at this point, because like I said, I'm going to have to change up gears one of these days. But yeah, here we go. So Great Castle door. It is for $5, right? Oh, it's a labyrinth door. Exactly. Yeah, get a bunch, make the cemetery. That's what I'm telling you, man. Agent Variant thinks that's resin. Interesting. Yeah, see, Probably. And then let's see. Welcome to the worlds of kids taking over all the space. Yeah, man. I mean, I get the basement, and then their toys take up the rest of the house. But no, I know, man. It's one of those things. It's fine. I don't mind. It's fun changing up my style. I actually enjoy doing that a lot anyway. Sometimes I will go through stretches where, even though I have all this wonderful stuff, like, it took me a while to get back into shooting Yimbonia just because I got lazy about being on the ground. Whatever. I'm a person. I just being honest with you guys. All right. With Midnight Stars and in the idea of positivity and customizing, there was one other thing I wanted to talk about. So this is no longer, those are my little prop buys. So nothing crazy, but seriously, at home, I bought a dragon skeleton. If you see it, it says like 6 inches tall. It's awesome. That's just going to, again, sit in the background. And it's articulated, like 3 points of but cool. 3 points of articulation. Go check out At Home. And then, like I said, I think those Target things are pretty cool. And if you do go for the coffins, they're going to make them great. I was looking at them and I was having trouble seeing what my skill set could do with them. So that's why I was just like, all right, I'll stick with what I know. I can take pictures with bokeh. So I did that. All right. So sticking with Midnight Stars, wanted to go say one more thing. So, guys, when I tell you Dave is like one of the nicest guys, he is, again, he's been in this community longer than most of us have that are in this chat. The dude has been customizing toys and doing this for so long. He's nailed it. He's so good. So when I heard that he was making decals and stickers for the Fortnite arcades, I hit him up and I was like, I need them. If you're sharing, I would greatly appreciate that. And Dave, again, he made these things and sent them to me and a bunch of other people just out of the goodness of his heart. And I just have to show you because I'm so pumped. So here's what it is. So our friend Dave, he created templates, and I printed another one out. Templates for the Fortnite arcades. I have 3 of them. I was able to get my last one for $3 at Walmart on clearance. So they just had like a liquidation clearance thing. So I don't know, like my store now, everything's gone. But if your clearance, if you can see them for 3 or 9, get it and then hit up Dave. He will send you a PDF. This is what I printed out. I'm doing Mortal Kombat. This is my second one I'm going to do is Mortal Kombat. And I bought an Amazon, like a pack of sticker paper from Amazon. You can ask me. You can ask Dave. We will tell you what things to get. I love this, Dave. And then I just used an X-Acto knife. And I even brought this to show you because there might be somebody new here. I didn't know this at one point. If you ever see customizers with these really cool looking pads in their shots, this is called a self-healing cutting board. It's a self-healing cutting board. And, you can still kind of see the X-Acto knife cut. But, you get what I'm saying? This is meant for X-Acto knives. And it's really cool. And it's great. And they're inexpensive. And I highly recommend it. And then it's just a matter of X-Acto knife and cutting them out. So, Dave, I'm proud. I hope you're proud of me, man, because I sent you pictures and I never got to talk to you in the chat, or I never got to catch up with you in the DMs. So here's my first one. I went with Ninja Turtles. So here we go. I decided to do this arcade game as opposed to like the original one because I actually have like the original arcade game as a playable thing. It's over there. I'd be showing you. Look at it. I love it. Now, I don't know if it's like this is so great. I don't know, Dave. I'm so pumped, man. I hope you're proud of me. This was from I think Mezco. That was a Mezco sticker I threw on there, but I sliced that out. I had to slice that out. Everything is, he set it all up. I probably, like, see, there's a little blue in the bag. That's my fault. I could have cut the sticker to be a little bit better, but down here, like, again, this is on me. On this side, I left a little purple, see, because of when I cut it. So I just used some black magic marker down here. Same thing on this side, just filled it in. These are going to be in shots. Like, they're in the back. I'm doing it in arcade. Like, that's all I need this to be. Look how great that looks. Okay, so Autumn Night, I needed a Turtle Arcade. Dave, thank you, man. Like, as soon as maybe tonight or first thing tomorrow, I'll do my Mortal Kombat. And then I have a third. This was the one I got for $3. And this is what I want to ask the chat. What do you guys think? I realized it being home, but the joysticks are broken off. See how there's red joysticks on there? So should I keep this Dance Royale because it's just the dance? Like, just keep one as a Dance Royale game? Or just say, who cares that there's no, like, joysticks because no one will ever notice, and just make it like Terminator 2? Let me know. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. But yeah, dude, 88 figs. I'm telling you, hit up Dave. This thing, look at how nice. Like, I think my inkjet printer, it was my printer that didn't like get black on that. Let me see. Come on, get the really dark blacks. So that was, but on Mortal Kombat, it came out perfectly. So that might have just been because my printer had been sitting like all summer long. That was the first thing I printed, and then I just went with it. So that's on me because, like I said, this one is all fantastic. Like, Dave, tell us in the chat too. Like, how did you design this? Like, what did you end up doing? Like, I remember you showing us in one of our group chats. I think you sketched and measured it out first, and then you applied it to a digital format. The human effort, man. The human effort. That's what I love. So I'm stoked. With Dave's, he gives you all of these options for screens. So I kept all of these because I want to just make an arcade or like an arcade wall, and then this way I can take and put those up and around. So I'm using everything. I am in a customizer. I am in like a waste not mode, like I'm in one of those, like, yeah, waste not. Everything has a purpose. All right, so let's sorry again, catch up on the chat. Here we go. So Agent Variant, yeah, dude, they're perfect. So hit them up. Look for those $3 or $9 Fortnite arcades. Seriously, that Turtles arcade. I'll hold it up again. Simon, this thing is ridiculous. It's so cool. So seriously, hit up Dave or me. I have the PDFs now. If you are in the chat, just send me a message later, and I can send you the file, email you, whatever. There you go. Shout out for Dave. And Terminator 2. Yeah, that's gonna be the one. That'll be the third. All right. Yeah. Who cares about the? I was just like, it's my brain. It's my brain. What can I tell you? No one cares. Beatty made his a T2 arcade. Thank you, Sunty. See, that's what I need, and that's why I love you guys. Like, sometimes I need like no one, that it doesn't matter. Like, no one's gonna ever look for two little like joysticks. All right, T2 seems to be the way. That's what I'm talking about. You can angle figures in the camera to hide. Yeah, the missing joysticks, right? Even Dave did Terminator. Definitely T2. This is so great. Okay. So Midnight sent me a few. Yeah, 4 cabinets. Sunty, this was fun. Like, it was a fun project. And 20 minutes. Like, my kids were eating. My wife was being awesome, and she was kind of like, handling when the kids were eating their, it was breakfast or lunch. I don't know, but I was just got to set the kitchen table, and I did have a ruler for some of the longer stretches just to be safe. Yeah, it's quick. Just do it up, something. It was great, man. All right, so we built them in Photoshop. All right, that's awesome. See, you got skills, man. Love to make some arcades. Unfortunately, I don't have a printer. Okay. Here's a fun fact. You know what? I'm gonna show you. Again, this is in the spirit of just increasing production value. I do like it's nice to see a thing that I'm talking about. Just I don't know if, like I said, internet or computer. Something's being a little slow, but super action stuff. My boy Frank uses this. I've used it. Many of us have used it. Super action stuff. I love it because it's just a dude that it's like any one of us that decided to just break into the market of the toy world. He sells props, and look at this. Oh, I'm not up yet. Here we go. Share it. I'm sharing. So I'm buying one of these as well. He is having an arcade set come out. So if you recall, Super Action Stuff did the amazing food pack. Highly recommend that food pack. I use it all the time, either for characters eating or like, stuff in the background, garbage, like chewed apples, open bananas. It's so good. He did a bag of violence or some kind of, it was a blood pack. I didn't get that yet just because I don't do a lot of like gory, like I've been wanting to. I've been thinking about venturing out, but I don't know. I shoot basically PG-13 stuff. So I didn't need the blood splatters, although I've been tempted. I do have the action pack with rockets and stuff. I haven't used that as much as I should. To be perfectly honest, that's another thing as I'm talking about. I'm like, I should use it more because it has really cool bullets and things exploding out. It needs blue tack. So maybe that's, maybe in my brain, I just put a blah. It's like another thing, but I should. It's great. And this is coming out next. This is what he's been working on. And he's going to have an arcade cabinet. And oh my goodness. Hold on. You ready for it? Let me see if I can find. And this is why his is awesome. Look at that. It is clear on the inside. That is right. All the stuff I think is going to pack into this. Yeah, here we go. So it's a chunkier board than the Fortnite arcades. Has a clear screen and an LED light, which is not included, which can be placed inside for the effect. Gamepad and joysticks are removable. And then the dimensions will be shared. So Midnight Stars. So if you want to make your own decals and screen, go for it. So come on, this is neat. Look, there it is. It's see-through. So that's what's really cool, to get the glow, and then being able to customize that. And that's all in one shot. The Fortnite, what Dave did, and I'm going to bring this back to you guys. What Dave ended up doing, because on the Fortnite arcade, there's actually these are separate pieces, as you can see. This is split. This top part comes out. So for Super Action Stuff, it's all going to be flush. So that'll be a neat thing. So I don't think, Dave, it's going to take much tweaking. Wait for the demand, like if some, knuckleheads like this guy buys it and then it catches on, then maybe it'll be worth investing your time. But it's a cool set. It's a really cool set. And Frank, like I said, man, yeah, I know you've worked with him before. He's awesome, right? So that pack, it looks ridiculous. But anyway, so yeah, keep that up. Oh, Samurai Chris is in the house. What's going on, man? King Eternal, the blood splatter pack is necessary. Yeah. The Mortal Kombat started getting me to think about, getting more into like the gore, not gory, but just like what's the next step from not having blood? Like I said, it's like PG-13 R in terms of violence. So I've been thinking about it. So you're right. If I go Mortal Kombat, you notice my fatality was I didn't even make it gore. I just had a reptile explode. But yeah, if I ever do anything fatality wise, yeah, you need blood. Anyway, what else do we have here? Okay. So my final stuff, Marvel Legends time, Hasbro. Sadly, this is, gore. This is not here. You know what? Positivity. Number one. I opened up my piggy. I just wanted to shout out Green Geek 88. Zach got this for me. We did a Secret Santa in our toy group, toy chat. toy group chat last year, and I just haven't, like, I would always think of I got to and not think of it, and then he'd be either in like back behind stuff. He was just never like accessible, and then whenever I thought, I was just like, and I'll put it off. So again, interest of having fun. This guy, I love the pictures that Zach's taking with them, and everybody, I think Ryan's taking pictures of them, like just ridiculous stuff. Like, look at that. So I'm not a Power Rangers guy, but that's why Zach got it. He wanted me to enhance my collection. So I'm either going to put these two together as my only two Rangers, or I think he's also just going to be like up against the Green Lantern Corps. I mean, you know, throw him against whatever. Maybe I'll have an Animal Crew like I have. Oh, yeah, I really could. Look at this. I'm all about making the weirdest bad guy groups. I don't care. Here we go. It's the Animal Avengers. I'll figure something out. But yeah, I'm just getting all these toys off the shelf. So the pig's awesome. The pig is great. Thank you, Zach. I'm sorry it took so long to open. My daughter was cracking up. She was feeding him the lightning with the with the fork. So that was great. Again, I haven't personally had any negative to say about the Rangers line, but again, I have the two, so I really like the pig. He stands really well too, even with the different weight issues of opening the mouth, and I really like the White Ranger, but they've had their issues. I know, like the Ninja line and again QC stuff, and that's where we're gonna keep talking. QC issues, real quick. Okay, so once again, Todd gets a lot of flack for, understandably, no one likes. It's not a good look to take a toy out of the box and have the arm just fall off, like literally fall apart. I get it. Now, I think Todd, going back to it, is the face. So we tell the internet, we tell Todd every single time something goes wrong, and he needs to hear that. So I'm not forgiving him. Like my canopy, the bat plane, that still hurts. I still have to return one of those so I don't get stuck with it. That still hurts me that QC issue was allowed to go out. Like that QC issue with the year 2, that's a problem. So I get it. Now, Todd hears about every single one of them. Hasbro gets passes from me. I had an issue lately with my Moira figure. My Moira McTaggart is like a perfect civilian lady body. And I will sometimes pop her arms off and give her the lab coat, but then like the regular arms, because it kind of looks like, I have like a little food cart. So it looks like a woman wearing a food cart to me in my head. I was trying to pull the arms out of the Moira body. They're supposed to swap. She has lab jacket arms and she has regular like sweater arms. I had to get pliers. It wasn't just like a hand issue. Like it was so hard. I ended up damaging one of the hands that kind of like as I was pulling out. The whole thing was it was unnecessary. And for a company that, universally we all applaud for their QC, like that was an issue that jumped out at me. And like I said, I want to say it on the internet because I typically I give passes for this. Here's another one. Again, not trying to be complaining, just pointing things out. Something that this is going to make me nervous. So Ben Reilly, I went to go play with him. I've been playing with the Black Suit Spider-Man, the retro. I love that body. Trying to like play around. Let me get Ben. Let me play with Ben. I went to go swap out the open hand for a fist, and I was replacing the fist, or I was taking this. Anyway, taking the fist out, and this peg broke off. So this took me so long. It took me about 20 to 30 minutes today, probably because I didn't know what I was doing, but using tweezers and trying, because it's a circle with the peg. So the circle broke. So it's now open. I was able to open it with tweezers to snap it around. So it fits in. This fits in perfectly. But the next time I pop this into Ben's arm, how am I going to get it out? Like, I'm probably going to have to pull it out. The fist is going to pop off. The peg will stay in. I have to get the pliers, and then I have to go through this again. So that really bums me out that like this is a fist on a Spider-Man that I really want. And now I'm nervous about, giving him a fist hands because like it's gonna rip out. It will rip out. It's broken. Like if I crank this back, you can see the break. All right, let me see if I can get this. Maybe the black will help with the focusing. Hey, there you go. Oh yeah, you see the hole? You see the hole? That's a break. That hole is the break in the circle. So now it lives like that. So I'm throwing this out there because why? Like I was just replacing a Marvel Legends hand. That's not supposed to happen. This makes me nervous about like I hope all these toys and my tackle box of accessories. I hope like I have my humidifier going. Maybe not every day, but maybe I should. Like I try. My house is like I don't know. I'm trying to take care of all my stuff. So why did that happen? And it just makes me a little nervous. And I've had issues like with Hela. My Marvel Legends Hela, she broke at the elbow immediately, just like Batman. And I actually did like. But no one at that point I had like 100 followers. No one cared. But I did complain about it. But I've given them a pass, Hasbro, since then. So it's just something to keep in mind because I'm a little worried. But that's been factoring into my buying decisions where I'm just buying less, which is good. It kind of feels good, honestly. All right, let me go back here. Let's see. So for the Fortnite decals, okay, so I stick the bottom to the top. And I follow the line, sliding the stickers on. Oh, see, I cut it beforehand. Interesting. Okay, we'll have to talk, Dave. Because I would if I could get it. I'm like yours are perfect. So if I could get it closer to perfect, like I'm just accepting that I made those mistakes on the turtle one. I'm fine with it. Here we go. The major food groups. What's the current count for Batplanes? 2. I did return 1. I still have to return one of the other broken ones. I have to go tomorrow. I have to. The Hasbro snipers are watching. You mentioned, yeah. That's what I mean, man. I know they're looking out. I'm not knocking it, but here's the third and final thing. So I had the Moira thing recently. That whole arm thing. I got very annoyed, upset, angry about the hand-arm situation. Then Ben Reilly yesterday, and then yesterday in my G.I. Joe group chat, someone pointed out, hey, has anyone spread Spirit's legs apart and looked inside? That's not how it went down, but essentially that's like what somebody goes, hey, have you looked at the peg inside of Spirit's legs? Come on, here we go. Let's see if I can do it. Focus. Ah! Okay. I apologize for the yell. That's just annoying that I can't get it to focus. All right. I'll have to do it on my story, or if you want to hit me up. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, there's this color of his pants, and right at the base of the peg, because it's the drop-down peg. So it has like this 2-piece thing that connects, and then they can rock and go back and forth, right, to do this. Well, on one of those pegs, it's now white, like at the base. Oh, there it is. Can you see the white? Can you see white by his crotch? I am sorry I am doing this to you all. There is some white right in there. That is white from a stress, like tension on the plastic. So like Spirit is my favorite G.I. Joe figure. My favorite Joe figure. And now I have to worry about it? So here's stuff. Number 1, just today, thanks to my friend Marco, Rabbit's Den Collection, Collectibles, Rabbit's Den. It's Rabbit's Den. I bought hobby RC lube that he uses and squirts into the joints of G.I. Joes. So I bought that. It's coming tomorrow. Thank you, Amazon, for my 1-day delivery. I got a few other things, so it's not just the one little thing. So I'm going to use it on all my G.I. Joes now. I looked at Storm Shadow, and maybe I played with Spirit a little bit more. I didn't notice a discoloring, although he is all very pure white, so it's a little harder to tell. I will have to take, if you want a picture, like I said, reach out to me after the stream tonight, and I can show you exactly what it looks like. So just be careful. It's on both sides, and it's straight up because of how, like, he's a tighter, see, it's like a tighter figure to move around. And I didn't think anything of it, but this is another, it makes me nervous that, like I said, like they're changing the quality of the plastics, using different stuff. On one hand, it's like, oh, some of it's a little softer, but it's smoother and I like it. It's just, but a little bendy, like some of the plastic on it. But now I'm nervous. That, like, is this stuff going to hold up? I love Spirit, man. Oh, it just hurts. Like I said, like, why? Like, to me, a G.I. Joe, these are the perfect action figure. And now it's not. Now I have to worry. But I'm hoping the RC. So thanks again to Marco. If you want to know, I have the link now. I can send which one he uses. Let's see. I shaved that peg a bit so it's not so tight. Now which one am I going back to? Oh, boy. Which peg? Heat it up before you take it. All right. Sand it down. All right. So you guys, thank you. Here we go. Easy on the crotch. That's what it is. That's what it is. Easy on the crotch. Tearing those figures out. I guess I have to be, again, the context is all fine, but I guess the syntax, right? The syntax, how I'm saying it. Or what I don't know. You guys are killing me. Yeah. That bummed me out. So Hasbro is on notice for me. They've been on notice with the rising prices, but I'm just saying be aware, and we should hold the corporation more accountable. Again, don't go after individuals, personalities, people just trying to do their best to give us what we want. But the corporations, maybe like you don't need record profits this year. So you could just have normal profits, and I can get toys that won't break on me. That's how you keep a lifetime customer, bro. Shave Ben's hand peg. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Sand it a little bit. All right. I'll have to try it out. Frustrating. Oh, because it'll shrink it down. That makes sense. Okay. I'm with you. Thank you very much. Okay. Couple more legends, right? Might as well. You guys are all having fun. No one's trying to be done hearing me. Okay. So Frogman in the house. Autumn Night. I cracked this open for the Turtle collab. Or maybe not technically. I don't know if I'm going to make the Tuesday What If. I'm going to say I have stuff out. But on Friday, we're going to be doing the Ninja Turtles get pooled because, for reasons. And I know Ryan used Frogman. I'm pretty sure Toy Fathers used Frogman with Deadpool, with the Ninja Turtles. I have to as well. It's like a compulsion. So I have some sort of meta fourth wall breaking, goofy joke in mind using this Frogman, Deadpool head, and then the Turtles in Disguise and the frogs. Because one of the frogs came with a disguise, like the glasses and the hat. So it's really cool. I have a little stupid joke in there, but anyway, so I'm gonna do that. But Frogman's neat, he's fun. I should have opened him. I think I got it for like $10. Fortunately, he was one of the few that I got like as a deal. I like the ankles or the springs on the heels. He always looked fun. It's, what? I'm happy to bring him back because I used to see Frogman pictures and now I don't. So I'm pumped. So Frogman. So he's neat, easy to pose. And then my other set, this was really cool. I'm still waiting on. I've been walking past the Ned and Pete 2-pack twice because Target is shipping them. They haven't shipped them yet, but Target's supposed to be sending me the Ned and Pete and the Iron Spider figures that I got on sale. I got them on sale. So that's why I have to leave the ones I'm seeing in the store. It's a little frustrating. And I'm still waiting on my Null and Venom 2-pack. So the 2-pack that did arrive, that wasn't supposed to be for months, is the Silk and Doc Ock. So I'm not too familiar with Silk at all. Every single time. Come on, where's my autofocus? There we go. All right, so there's Silk. I'm not familiar with her as a character. Although now I want to learn more. Again, I think as my relationship with the hobby continues to evolve, like through this, I really have been interested in getting back into reading comics. Silk is somebody I've been curious about. Same thing with Null. But I like the webbing effect here. And she came with some cool stuff. What was it 7 hands? No, 4, 5, 7. Yeah. So lots of hands. So she has that hand has the web out her fingertips. Like I said, I don't know how this works, but that's really cool. I don't know her powers, but at the fingertips, she has the same hand without the web. Say on both hands. So that's her thwip. Her thwip is like that hands. She's got some just regular old grippies, so that's good. And then a fist. 2 fists. So 7 hands. She has the mask up head. And then she also has the mask down. And then it has the little, the mask. It's really neat. So Silk is awesome. The one thing that I will point out, so Hasbro, again, not that anybody's watches me, but anyone from Hasbro, if you ever listen, I know many YouTubers have been talking about The Amazing, was just talking about it. But the lower torso crunch, like from the retro body, the ladies need it. The ladies need it because you have this awesome, top part, but then nothing. So I'm not saying I can still get stuff, but it would be a lot cooler if she had the lower abdomen crunch. So that's the big thing that she's missing. But otherwise, she's a very good-looking figure, double-jointed elbows, and pinless. Oh, yeah, pinless. The pinless is neat. Again, somebody else I was just watching was Robo, watching his weekly on Foosh. And he made a point, and it's so true. Yeah, the pinless is great, but the majority of my collection is not pinless. Oh, by the way, shout out to Realm of Toys, Frankie Boy. Thank you for this Iron Fist, man. I'm so happy. He's complete now. I have all his hands, I have the effects, and I like that one. Like yours. That's yours. So Frank, that's yours. So Silk. All right. We know the main draw, which it should have been, because Silk is great. I just don't know Silk. You know who I do know is Dr. Otto Octavius, otherwise known as Dr. Octopus. And for my first comic version, Marvel Legends, even of Toy Biz, my first comic book style articulated toy of Dr. Octopus, I'm a fan. He's got that really awesome head sculpt. That's great. He's got the clothes, the serious face one. Whoop. Equally great. And then he has the open hands. So he's got a pair of open hands and a pair of fists. That's it. And then he's got the arms, the tentacles. That's where we could have a lot of improvement. They know who they're making these toys for. I let my son hold this, but I can't let him. He's 3. This is not for him. And even when he was 5, if he's 5, I don't know if this would be for him too. I mean, these are things these are for us. These are for adults. So why do we not have wired tentacles, bendable? That would have been nice. That's my one complaint. The good news is you can swap these all out, and there's 2 and 2, so you can mix and match to get, like I have here, to get different looks out of them. So is it the worst thing in the world? No. It's just one of those things that's a minor frustration because it could have been better. I like the crunch. And then what's really nice here, because of this top part, is that you can see it. This will also dictate and change the look of the tentacles. So I really like that. I like it's not just a statue. I have options. So I guess that's let me just pretend for a second. I'm gonna pretend and be one of like the Marvel Legends team guys, right? They want to make Dr. Octopus. They know we want all of that, right? So then they're told you don't have the budget for it. You know, so and like we need to hit these percentages of profits. And then what happens? Like, so you know that the guys designing it were like, well, what would somebody be okay with? And that's like where I guess I'm just venting that little piece to it, because for someone to make a little bit more money on top of a lot of money they're already making, like we can't get the perfect figure. Like a perfect one would have been bendable arms. And that's what I mean. Perfect. Like I'm still using a air quotes loose definition of whatever perfect is, right? But that would have been a really pretty close to perfect Dr. Octopus if these were bendable. So that's kind of how I'm picturing things now. I'm picturing it as a poor guy trying to do his best to deliver a product or a design that we'll love, being told no. And then like, this is I hope they're okay with it. Like, and I am. And that's what I wanted to say. I appreciate that, because I appreciate that person, whoever designs, coming up with like, I hope they're okay with it, because Yimbo's cool with it. I can do fun stuff with it. But my problem is going to be with your company, because eventually I'm not going to buy this stuff anymore. That's it. Like I have mine. So you got me, but if you're not going to improve I will go to other manufacturers. And that's where I want Hasbro to like realize now, because Todd, I think, did. Not that he's the face, but he's the face. All right, what are we doing? Here we go. No chewing. My sense formed that he claimed Doc loves pulling out the tentacles. All right, so, you know, he's got a year on my son. That's the whole thing. Or he's got at least 10 months on him. So that's where, you know, he was playing really well. Like, my kids are getting close, but that's also then very scary, because my son only wanted to walk around with blue Spider-Man and black suit Spider-Man. So I did. And then he picked up Doc and he was talking, and then I got scared. I'll admit it. I got scared. I didn't want to break it. So, and then I was like, but I have these cool retro figures. He's like, no, blue Spider-Man, Daddy. All right. Green Geek. Yeah, man, dude. I tell you, the piggy's awesome, dude. I can't wait. And we are going to collaborate on it as soon as I'm going to take a bunch of different things. So it's coming, man. Red Space Ranger, what's up, man? What DC Marvel figures? Oh, which one? Oh, this one. That's not DC. That's Marvel, man. That's the Doc Ock, man. That's from the 2-pack with Silk. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for coming and hanging out. So that's it. I think that's it. I did it. We did it, everybody. We did it. Those are all the new latest unboxings that are like in hand's reach. I will. Yeah, that are in hand. Everything is. I did it. I'm spent. So thank you, everybody. This is awesome. An hour and a half. My wife at this point, I was like, yeah, babe, you know, like I'm gonna do tonight. We'll see how long. I might be on the shorter end. She just goes, no, it's not. That's okay. She's like, I'm so happy. Just go do your thing, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And that's how I'm gonna go into every single episode stream. Just, it's going to be what it's going to be. We're going to have fun, and that's it, man. So I had a blast. Thank you all. Like, once again, this has been, you know, within our small talk community. And if you are unaware of what I'm talking about, that's good. You know, like, just have an appreciation for life. Be thankful for, you know, what's out there. It doesn't mean you can still be appreciative and like still defend your self-worth and your self-respect. There's all of those things. And that's what I think is one of the wonderful complexities about humanity, right? Like it is walking a fine line between all of those things. I think that's what life is. But I'm not going to wax poetic about it. I have a whole school year to talk to middle school students about, you know, trying to be nice to each other. So I have to do it to you guys now. But thank you so much. Oh, Dave, I appreciate it, man. George, thank you so much for coming by. Seriously, everybody, enjoy your Labor Day weekend. This is so awesome. I hope you have off tomorrow. I will be off. I'm going to hopefully, you know, like I'll be sharing out more pulling for Tuscan shots. I'm going to say this here, and I'm going to maybe turn this into a reel. It's so stupid, but this is like the world we live in, and like I don't want to hurt people's feelings. So pulling for Tuscan. So here we go. I'm going to cut this into a reel. All right, everybody? Here we go. Thanks. Hey. Hey, everybody. So thank you so much for joining Pooling for Tuscan. At one point, we were over 100. The last I checked, we were over 200 different posts. That is so awesome. I know Ryan's down looking, smiling at us, laughing at all of these right now. So that means so much. I will be sharing these throughout perpetuity until I get through all of them. What I'm going to do is share 10 taps to my story each day. I have 10 taps. Some of those are going to be pooling shots, and some of them are going to just be getting back into sharing my toy ideas and toy buys and stuff like that. But I'm going to keep it at 10 this way that you know if I haven't gotten to you yet, I will. This way you also know that if you like checking out stuff in my story, it won't be all shares, but I think they're really important shares because these are all people that took time out of their lives to honor a fallen photographer. If you look at it kind of like that, these are people that, we all are like-minded. We all care about the same type of stuff. We all are into the same thing. We all support each other. And it's good to recognize and thank people for putting in that effort. So there we go. Thank you, everybody, for letting me get that in. Because like I said, I'm going to chop that up. But just so people know, like I said, I try to live my life not taking things personally, or I try not to unless it's my fault and then I am personally involved. But that's something that I've been working on, but I know it's a skill that I had to teach myself and it takes a long time. So I just don't want people thinking, I'm not sharing something right away or whatever. I'm getting there, guys. I have a busted hands. I'm trying, you know what I mean? So thank you all. And it helps, again, seeing all the community support for Tuscan Traders. Again, this show is dedicated, this stream tonight, to our friend Ryan. So hope everyone's doing well. Once again, Ozzy, thanks, man. Oh, dude, very, very much appreciated. Realm of Toys, Frankie, thank you so much, man. And Sunty, no chewing, my fellow toy daddy, 312 posts as of today. And that makes me happy. Now I know every day, it's not there's no stress. No, I get 10 taps. So it could be 10 Ryan shots. It could be the mix. But now it's 10. I know, we're getting there. And now I get to look forward to this for a while. To me, this is only going to continue, extending and carrying on Ryan's legacy. I know I want to continue, and I know Path wants to continue, and Isaiah, who gets pooled in Ryan's honor. That's going to be a thing. I'm going to talk to the guys, maybe about doing themes again, maybe looser, month long, something like that. But continuing his honor that way. And yeah, I get to look forward to sharing these out and to, looking at all of these. I didn't want to look at all, it was too overwhelming to take them all in at once. So like I said, so that's me. That's just me now being able to share that information out there. Samurai Chris, I appreciate it, man. Very, very much. Thank you guys. Thank you. This is so nice. Seriously, this has been an awesome night. Thank you guys for joining once again. Have an awesome Sunday night, everybody. Appreciate you hearing me, taking time out of your life, listening to me talk about toys. Today, that means more than ever before. So truly, thank you for hanging out tonight. That means a lot. And I hope you have a great Monday. Hope you're off. And I'll see you over on Instagram. Have a great night, everybody. Peace.